Welcome to AoK Championship Wrestling. I am your host, the Ace of Knaves. And we are coming to you tonight. It is Sunday night. Baby. Let's get to it. Game and Ghost, welcome in. And we're going to kick it off with women's action. The Empress Sparrow to take on Alexia. Royal Rumble Tournament matchup. These two will battle it out. The loser gets spot 2 in the Women's Rumble. This tournament goes on. Number 1 or number 10 is your win-loss for the title, or for the tournament. Quite a few of those matches tonight, both men's and women's. We'll see the Hero take on the Good Reverend. Loser gets spot 3 in the Men's Rumble. We'll see Casey Nguyen take on Emma Garcia for the Women's Rumble spot. We'll see, we got a debut tonight. Powerhouse Will Jones joins the roster. Empress Sparrow in the ring, ready to go. Tyler, yo, what's up? Welcome in.
From Oklahoma,
Alexia. Former mixed tag team champion, Alexia. Let's say AoK Arena crowd. Not so much. Not so much behind Alexia. Nine matches for us tonight as Alexia finishes her rounds at ringside here. We'll talk more about it. Chris Chaos taking on Jack Reason. We'll see Tophic Tanaka take on James Coleman. As we mentioned earlier, Hero to go up against the Good Reverend for that Royal Rumble tournament matchup. We'll see the debut of Powerful. Let me try that one more time. We'll see the debut of Powerhouse Will Jones as he takes on Larry the Hippie. Going out in an Extreme Rules matchup. Big Eddie getting the mic tonight. We'll see what that's all about. The Celtic Wolf to take on Bud Marvelous in a Men's Rumble tournament matchup for the number 2 spot. Casey Nguyen and Emma, as we spoke earlier, for the women's spot number 3 in the Royal Rumble. Tonight, the main event, Bandinas, Piper Ramirez, and Bud Marvelous getting his name pulled and doing double duty tonight. Hell in a Cell for the hardcore title, and these women are locking up. Center of the ring, Alexia going to a side headlock. Empress moves her rear waist into the rear waist lock, holding on to it. Welcome in, everybody. Women's matchup first. And Empress going to go for a quick little schoolboy. Not even a 1. Not even a 1. Alexia back to her feet. America's sweetheart indeed. Another collar and elbow. Jockeying for position. Look at this. Alexia backing Empress. Back up. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Spend some time with my family. Spend some time with my kids. It's an alright time. Good food, damn good food. My boys can cook. Spend some time with some of my children, some of my non-children. It's a good time. Holidays starting out pretty good this year. I hope y'all are too. Alexia working over the Empress. Going to work on the knee. Like the right knee, to be more specific. More Pacific. Excited for this debut, man. We don't know much about him. We don't have too much on him. Brought in. Talent Scout sent him our way. We grabbed him up. Will Jones to take on Larry the Hippie. Extreme Rules matchup later on this evening. Again, Empress, veteran of the AoK roster. General of the women's locker room. Alexia, actually one of her final students, actually, coming in on a rarity. And Empress putting those Doc Martens to work. Up to the shoulder. Big spinning backhand, and Empress eats a boot and takes to the outside. Trying to get some distance. Create a little bit of space. Back into the ring, Empress sets her up one more time. Right hand, that glove, catching the jaw of Alexia. Empress one more time, back in control. Oh, spoke too soon. Standing moonsault gets the knees up, Empress. Again, Alexia back and forth, coming in quick between these two. Rolls her up tight here in the corner. Not enough for the 1 count. Nice series of strikes and catches it. Ends it, Guri standing. Snapmare over the top with the next. STO. And Alexia taken to the second turnbuckle. Caught. Empress pulling into that reversed atomic drop. And she is one step ahead of Alexia the whole way here. Could be wasting too much time. They're clapping to the crowd. Referee not paying. Look at this. Caught Alexia. Nicely done. Nice reversal. Taking back control of the matchup. But I don't know if she's really done enough damage to Empress. But she's definitely going to work on that knee. Hard into the corner. Scoops her up. And Alexia. From the top rope, Hurricane Rana rolls her up. And a 2 count. The loser of this match. The loser of this match comes into the Women's Rumble at number 2. Yeah, boy, I'm excited to see him. I'm excited to see him. We were going to. We were expecting El Jefe to accompany Will Jones tonight, but Will asked not. I'm good. Prove a point. Let me make my stamp on the roster. And a 2 count from Empress. This does not look good for Alexia. Big boot to the face. I can't look at this, Alexia still battling back. Another Hurricane Rana. Back up again, wheelbarrow. DDT. Another scoop slam. And Alexia heading back to that second turnbuckle. Calling for it again. Catches it all the way around. Goes for the cover. Jenna Taylor gets a 2. Alexia so close on that one. Again, the loser of this match enters the Ladies Royal Rumble at number 2. The winner goes on to the finals, which will happen Wednesday night, to choose the number 1 and number 10 for the Women's Rumble. Look at this. Second turnbuckle all the way over. Sunset powerbomb, and again the Empress gets the shoulder from the mat, and this, I don't know how much more Empress can take. X Factor. I don't know how much more Alexia can hand out. Top rope, way out there. There's a long distance. She is way out there for this one. And she catches all of it. Another cover. Alexia moving on to the finals, leaving Empress at the number 2 spot. We have one more match a little later this evening, as we'll see Casey take on Emma Garcia. And we will find out there who will be in the number 3 spot going into the Women's Rumble. And here's some of the replay. The back and forth on all that. Laid out nicely. By Alexia. Tyler coming in with some good sportsmanship through El Jefe. Or maybe it's just a warning to Larry. Good luck. Larry the hippie, of course. Here for a good time. No matter what kind of time. Near the near pinfall, we thought this was it. And the X Factor right after should have done it. That top rope one is a ring the bell, Alexia. Guaranteed either number 1 or number 10 for the Women's Rumble. We will find out the answer to that on Wednesday night. Coming up next, Chris Chaos take on the illogical Jack Reason. Of course, Jack sent to us our boy overseas, Alfie. Seen Alfie in a hot minute. Wishing him good luck. Happy holidays to that man. I know that you don't celebrate Thanksgiving and all, but let's bring this back down here. Got that mic a little too far from me, you know what I'm saying? There we go. The chaotic Chris Chaos.
Making his way to the ring.
Extreme Rules indeed.
Florida, weighing in at 160 pounds.
Royal Rumble next Sunday night here on AoK. One of my favorite matches, one of my favorite times of the year. It is the season for the Rumble. It is the season of the witch. All the excitement of the Royal Rumble coming up just weeks away, and of course that kicks us off into the AoK road to WrestleMania, the highway to hell. As we are that much closer to the end of season 6 here in AoK. Chris Chaos, one of the longest entrances here. Taking on the rookie, but this rookie is a former world champion, a former hardcore champion, former multi-time intercontinental champion, and Jack Reason is shooting for the world title. In the coming months, he wants to recapture the world title one more time before the end of the season. Chris Chaos is on that same hunt. Big Logan Hawk has a target on his back the day he took the title. These guys are beating each other up just to get a chance to beat up the champ.
And his opponent from Manchester, England.
Oh, creepy Chris, that's it, yeah, baby.
32 pounds. The wounded Jack Reason.
Jack Reason, the illogical one. Jack Reason, man, this guy. I said a rookie, don't get me wrong. He has been here for a hot minute. Ah, the Burger King Trash Panda, baby. Jack Reason, wow, taking that shot straight to the nose. Turns it back around. The back and forth on these two. These two are evenly matched. This is definitely, they've battled it out for the Intercontinental title. They know each other well. And Jack Reason coming off a hot streak here. Swings it through Reason. Taking it right to the creepy one. The clothesline. Into the ropes and a low blow. Reason across the ring, slides into place, and gets a 2 count. I said evenly matched. Chaos better get his feet under him here and figure out what the hell he's doing. Chaos finally moving back in, getting, just as I said, getting some offense back to him. And Reason turned it right around on him. A modified Chaos effect. Pump handle pile driver. Good night. Is this one moving on? A 1 count. That seemed a little slow. Did she hesitate? That referee seemed like she kind of hesitated. I could be wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, that looked like she held that second count. That was at least a 2 count. I mean, I don't think he was going to win the match with it, but outside the ring, Chaos having just about enough of this bullshit. And Reason, he brings us a trash can. Nah, leaves it behind. All right. Drops the knee. I'm not sure what, I think we're just kind of jumbled up here. We're not even going to call this mess. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere with you. Let's come around here a little bit. Damn, Reason drove that knee into the face of Chaos. Up and over with a blockbuster. Jack Reason laid out cold. Nah, I guess not. Ain't trying to hear that. Uppercut. And Chaos. Oh man, moves out of the way again. Jack Reason back to his feet. And this arena crowd getting behind Jack Reason. Bring it back in the ring, sure are. Curb stomps. Knee to the head. And Reason swinging way out on that one. One more time, turns him upside down and drops him right on his coconut. And Chaos digging deep for that one. Reason right back down, wants this victory. And he gets it. Jack Reason picking up the Vic. Chaos put a hell of punishment. Take a look at some of the replays back and forth. Mostly Jack Reason in on this. You never want to be in somebody else's highlight reel, I can tell you that. final three goes down to it. Jack Reason with the victory.
The wounded Jack Reese.
Back with more Extreme Rules action here on AoK. The illogical one. Let's head to it. Tofik Tanaka to take on James Coleman. One-on-one matchup here. You gonna get this thing going? We gonna get it going? There we go. One half of the Samoan Assault team.
Making his way to the ring.
Tofik Tanaka.
From the Isle of Samoa, weighing
Samoan
in at
Nightmare.
275 pounds, the Samoan Nightmare, Tofik Tanaka.
Nice slow entrance for Tofik. Lost some time to deal with some dead air. It's always a fun time. It's always a good time. Always a good time. Yeah, boy. Set for more tournament action coming up next. The Hero will take on the Good Reverend. And then our debut match of Powerhouse Will Jones as he takes on Larry the Hippie. Big Eddie getting the microphone tonight. And we'll see what that's all about a little bit later. Coming to the ring, one half of the mixed tag team champions. He is James Coleman.
And his opponent, representing the War Raiders from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 225 pounds, one half of the mixed tag team champions, the unpredictable James Coleman.
One of the most decorated wrestlers in AoK. Grand Slam champion. Multiple times with just about every title. This matchup being officiated by Joe Brony. He rings the bell. These two are going to go at it. Tofik actually trained by the War Raiders and introduced into the AoK by the War Raiders. Unfortunately, that partnership did not last long. Coleman Going low with that drop kick, taking the knee out, but Tofik, size differential coming into play, big splash, looking to take the wind out of Coleman. Up and over, taking a page out of the book of Big Bad. Coleman in control of the matchup, heading into the corner. Not a good place to be for Tofik Tanaka. Boot to the skull. And I believe the big Samoan has been busted open. I think he cracked open a Samoan skull. I didn't think that was possible. Military press. Throw him out in the ring. Throw him out of the ring. You won't. Told you. Follows it up with a heavy elbow. Look at this. Across the ropes. And another splash. Another hook of the leg. Blocks it. Tanaka. With the guillotine, keeps on going on the assault. Coleman not in a good spot. Back up and catches the clothesline. Series of elbows and Tofik Tanaka. Oh, look at this. Back up. Sidesteps the neck breaker. Raw power coming at you. And Coleman fighting back. Looking to go outside the ring. Are we looking for an equalizer? Barbed wire around a Louisville Slugger. Multiple shots. And Tofik could be out of it here. Coleman taking his time, coming around the ring. Taking a long way around. Give his man time to get up. Into the turnbuckle, fires back again, Tofik. Now Coleman slips away. Goes for the pile driver, but no. Big back body drop. And Tofik grabs the 2 off of it. Hoping to surprise Coleman. We're going to get the ladder bridge. Nah, Coleman ain't going to allow it. The Spider Monkey. Coleman losing his grip. I don't mean in the fight. I mean like mental stability, losing his grip. We're talking slang up here. And Tofik capitalizing on it. Found an opening. And exploiting the hell out of it at the moment. Bouncing him right off the edge of that barricade. Again, teasing the toss to the outside. Back up. Coleman fighting back. Lands the clothesline. Coleman sets him up. The bell lock right up against, look at this. Using the wall. using the wall, pressing his foot. Look at this, Coleman pressing his foot against the wall for extra leverage. But Tanaka able to break free, back to his feet, and Coleman still struggling to take back control. Drop toe hold, and Tanaka gonna take it back in the ring. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. And again, Tanaka back under the ring. What's he looking for? Determined to lay this thing out. Coleman gonna let him walk the whole way in. All right. Coleman cutter. Is that enough? 3 on Tanaka. Coleman with the victory. This matchup taking us all over the outside of the ring. There, the final blow landed by Coleman.
Here is your winner, the unpredictable James Coleman.
James Coleman with the victory, another well-earned one here on the AoK roster. Tournament action coming up next. Where Hero with his teammates at ringside to accompany him down. KX and Matt Michaels risk to take on the good Reverend Zach Ripper. I'm going to go radio silence for just a moment. I will be right back. Take it away, Wayne Kerr.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 210 pounds, Hero!
Risk coming out here in force.
And his opponent from Texas, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Reaper.
Tournament matchup. The loser of this match will enter the Men's Rumble at number 3. The winner will go on to the finals with the chance to win that coveted number 30 spot. And the good Reverend has had his moments over the years with the Rumble. This man knows what it's like to come in at number 30. He knows what it's like to come in at number 1. He knows what it's like to be the last man eliminated. Ripper's been through it. Here we go tonight. He takes on member of Risk, Hero. Let's do this one. Ring the bell, Risk. At ringside, alongside Hero, going to a rear waist lock over the shoulder, pulls him down. Nice headlock into that. Forgive me while I enjoy a cannoli during the broadcast. Hero back and forth, holding that rear waist lock again. And the Ripper reverses it. Time snapmare. Rear chin lock. The Hero with the height advantage allows him a little better leverage on some of these. Look at this, looking to roll him up. Shoulders are down, but only for one. Into the ropes goes the Good Reverend. Leapfrog by Hero. Knee to the belly. Kick to the skull. And we're just going to start throwing down at this point. Go, pops him up again. Big right hand, and the Hero on the cover. Irish whip into the ropes. Kick to the back of the skull, and again he goes at it. Joe, is he still around, bud? Damn, Hero. Man, put him down, but again, right back up to Good Reverend. He drops to the mat. Leapfrog. And the Good Reverend putting out the mystique there. Gotcha. Yeah, I was just trying to, in case he wasn't, in case he didn't have chat up. I was trying to be helpful, sir. Sometimes I'm nice like that. And look at this. KX getting the whole way up onto the ring apron. Sets up the pump handle. Hero gets blocked. And the Good Reverend putting the stomp down here. high cross, the crucifix powerbomb, and the referee helping him out. Waking up the Hero with those slaps. Elbow to the face. What kind of we'll be seeing our debut matchup coming up next. Tyler, what kind of background can you give us for Big Will? Big Willie. We got to cover. The good Reverend gets it too. Remember, the loser of this match gets the number 3 spot as an entrance to the Royal Rumble. The deeper into the tournament you go, the worse the outcome for losing becomes. Sit out, scoop power slam. Nicely done by the Reverend, but Hero bringing the boots up. Goes for the cover. No, does not. The good Reverend turned it around. And a kick to the face. Scoops him up. Rolls through with a super kick. Hero looking to move on to the finals. No. Only 2. That next serviceman. Streetwise. New Yorker, hell yeah. Thank you, bud. Up and over the top rope. We're taking it outside. The Hero. Already avoiding the number 7 spot. As he climbs up, looking to get the number 30 spot. Nah, the good Reverend on the outside. Good God. No pun intended. But Hero. Face first into the post. Did you hear that echo? The good Reverend. I thought that he was putting this path of retribution behind him thing I thought he was putting it on pause. But I guess the tournament doesn't mean a thing to this man as far as his belief that he is here to punish his opponents for whatever slights. Whoa, we get a good close-up here of the arena. A good close-up of the arena. Bam. Zigzag on the outside. Sling blade. He is leading his opponents on a path of retribution, but Hero looking to go one step further. He is going to the finals. And the good Reverend will enter the Royal Rumble at number 3. It was a long way from 30. Take a look at that shining wizard. Down for the count. And the near pinfall here. The good Reverend. From corner to corner with that crucifix ball. Again, another near pinfall. This super kick there. I thought that might have been the end of the matchup. I thought we were heading on to the debut, but the Hero just as surprised as everybody else. But this here, this was almost uncalled for. But the beginning of the end, right there. The final three coming down to Hero, who will move on to the finals.
Here is your winner.
We will find out later tonight who his opponent will be in that final match. Will it be the Celtic Wolf or will it be Bud Marvelous? This man heading to the Royal Rumble on either the top spot or the worst spot. We'll find that out Wednesday night. But the debut coming up, Powerhouse Will Jones to take on the cultural phenomenon known as Larry the Hip. Let's head to ringside. Let's get a good look at Big Will Jones. You got flashy lights, that's always good.
The following is an Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 270 pounds.
And the Powerhouse Will Jones coming to us here. The cousin to El Jefe, who he himself forging a name for himself here in AoK. Of course, El Jefe falling in the first round of our Royal Rumble tournament to enter the Rumble at number 5. We will take a look here at the cousin to El Jefe, Powerhouse Will Jones. He will have a distinct size advantage over his opponent here. But experience may prove more valuable in this one.
Weighing in at 228 pounds, Larry the Hippie.
Always here for a good time, no matter what time. The tie-dyed terror, Larry the Hippie. This man is something. Oh. What are you trying to sneak in here? Nice try. Do not. There we go. Cheap viewers. We don't do cheap viewers around here, man. We are totally organic. Be it 1-0, be it 4 zeros. We don't do cheap viewers. We do it all organic. And both men coming out tough, but Powerhouse may have underestimated the Hippie. Hippie gonna go quick. Nobody home. Gator roll. Again, that size differential, that size advantage, gonna come in quick here for Jim Jones. Will Jones, not Jim Jones. That was somebody else. That is a different kind of killer. The hippie gets the big man up. Over the shoulders and down for the right hand. The hippie, again, quickness coming into play here. Couple of big forearms driven into the face of the hip. This big man taking the two hippie here, just slowly dissecting him. Oh, Birkenstock to the cheek. Hippie working over that chicken wing. Pulling on the wrist, the fingers. The arena crowd starting to come up. Starting to get up behind the hippie here. Will Jones needs to pull himself together and show what he's here for. And that flying forearm. Oh, the hippie again. Quick to recuperate. Look at this. Rolls him up into a small package. Showing off a little amateur wrestling skill here as well. And maybe he's not just raw power. Off the ropes. No block. Catches him. German suplexes. Releases hippie into the third row. Gonna stick with it. This is an Extreme Rules matchup. And the hippie, I thought twice about it, but walked right into a right hand. Reverses it again. The experience by Larry. Standing choke slam. Just say the experience of Larry keeping him somewhat safe in this matchup so far. Turns his back on Will Jones, takes the brisk, high-flying hippie. May have hurt his wrist in the process there. He might have caught that chair on the way down. Big Will. Heading to the corner. Super kick the hippie flat out on the chair. And back up with a quickness. And right back at him. The hippie needing to take a break a moment. Skull to seat. Will Jones in control. No. Reversed again. The hippie pulls that arm drag. And goes for a cover, gets a 1 count. Into the ropes. Will takes a step over the top, holding on for dear life here on the ring apron, not enough. Back to his feet, the hippie. Looking to strike. Gets the scoop, Big Will over the back. Boot to the stomach, gets blocked. And the powerhouse has to fight out of the corner. Back and forth they go. The hippie taken off his feet and onto the mat. Jones. Dropping bombs into the forehead of the hippie. Hesitated. Just for a moment, fisherman's suplex. And the hippie is rattled. Hooking the arm. Looking for a submission. Hippie. Using his head, so to speak. But walks right into it. World's strongest slam. Will that keep the hippie down? No, not yet. Powerhouse. Unsure of what to do about this. His first taste of the AoK roster. And Larry the Hippie said if you thought he was going to be an easy win on the size, again, the experience is what counts in this one. Clothesline. The Hippie could be looking to set this up. The fertile crescent kick blocked. Jones with the reversal. The Hippie with a leg sweep. Double underhook, butterfly, drives it down, Spanish announce table. Jenna Taylor for the cover, only one. Only one as the powerhouse. Kicking out and looking to turn this around. Looking to make this a respectable debut. I mean, he's got a respectable debut now. What a... Crown it. Cap it off with a victory over the veteran Larry the Hippie. Would definitely be all worth it. Samoan drop. Another cover. Center of the ring and the Hippie. Kicking out at 2. Edge of your seat action here tonight on AoK Championship Wrestling. As the Hippie takes on the newcomer, Powerhouse Will Jones. And Jones looking to take control of the matchup here. Look at this. Inverted Alabama slam. Face first goes the Hippie. Larry shoulders down. And a win for the debuting Powerhouse. Here the Hippie did land his wrist right on that steel chair off of that top rope maneuver. Super kick, lines him up, boom, and puts him right on that chair a second time. A solid thud there. World's strongest slam putting the Hippie. Could almost see the breath going out of him, and Jones thought he had it here. The frustration coming through with that kick out. The Hippie hitting the Spanish announce table. And the Samoan drop, the beginning of the end for Larry the Hippie. As this big man absolutely annihilated annihilating Larry the Hippie with that Alabama slam. Hell of a debut. We will definitely be seeing more of this man in the future. As he looks to make his mark here in AoK, and the arena crowd, I think they're a little receptive to him. Always a good thing when the live crowd. Big Eddie gonna get himself some time here on the mic. We'll see what this is all about. Seen Big Eddie most recently here with his issues with Norfolk and Way. Kevin Norfolk and Jason Way, the tag team. NFW. Kevin Norfolk, for whatever reason, has decided that Big Eddie was going to be his target here. Let me see what's going on here. Big Eddie saying he wants to prove this point time and time again out here. As one of the biggest men, most agile big men, and he wants to put, what are we going to do? He's going to pull off wants to challenge. What kind of challenge you putting out there for yourself? I really wish that this thing had voiceover work. What's he going to go with? What's he going to... And he going to make his next opponent tap out. That's what he said if he can't. Alright. Gonna set... Alright. He says so. Whatever that was all about. Alright, Big Ed. Whatever you say, brother. Whatever you say, Big Eddie. Whatever you say, my man. Too big to argue with. Tournament matchup. Royal Rumble spot number 2. For the men's Rumble. The loser will pick up that spot. That's right. The loser will pick up entrance number 2. The winner will go on to face Hero for either the number 30 spot or the number 1 spot. A hell of a tournament, man. The risk gets higher. The risk versus reward. There's only one good answer at the end of it all. Everything else, every loss, puts you in a bad, bad spot. Both of these men moved on to the semifinals. Celtic Wolf actually beating El Jefe in first round action, leaving El Jefe the number 5 entrance. And Bud Marvelous beating his best frenemy, Prestige, leaving Prestige with the number 4 entrance into the Rumble. We'll have to find out what the other numbers, number 8 through 29, will be. Of course, Royal Rumble next Sunday here on AoK, here with Ace of Knaves Entertainment on Twitch.tv. Don't miss out on that. If you do miss out on any of the AoK action live here on Twitch, you can always, and I mean always, catch up on it over at Ace of Knaves Entertainment on YouTube. We are sometimes on TikTok, and you can always reach out to us through Facebook. I am your host, the Ace of Knaves. You are watching AoK Championship Wrestling. And remember, when you're watching AoK, you're not watching great wrestling. We're just AoK. Bud Marvelous, another long-time veteran of AoK Championship Wrestling, another well-documented and well-decorated member of the roster. This man carried belts that don't even exist anymore. Collar and elbows into a side headlock. Bud Marvelous looking to take control with some technical wrestling skills, but finds himself over the top rope and on the outside. Not much technical when it comes to the Celtic Wolf. That is straight brawling. Down he goes to the outside. This is an extreme, or a 1 versus 1. No count out, but disqualifications are enabled. You can be disqualified, but we will not count you out. Tournament matches were a little more try to put some kind of rules up without going full control, man. Yeah. Count outs are no good for a tournament match. You gotta take that rule away. Nobody wants to win a tournament on a count out. Nobody wants to lose a tournament via count out. But also, man, it's a tournament, and unless it's an Extreme Rules tournament, unless it's a crazy ass tournament, Something like this for the Rumble. Look at this. Bud Marvelous all the way across the ring with that boot. And he is in complete control of this matchup. Going on technical skill and the ability to not beat your opponent with a weapon in order to move forward in these tournaments. And let me tell you, AoK enjoys their tournaments. Love me a good tournament match. Royal Rumble is one of my favorite matches. Can't wait for that. 1 week away. Yeah, buddy. Speaking of Buddy, he is in control of this matchup as the Celtic Wolf needs the ropes to help him back up. Possemed him right into it. Putting the boots down to the A-lister Marvelous Bud Marvelous. Big slam, runs it down, goes for the cover, gets a 1 count. Again, loser of this matchup enters the Rumble at number 2. The winner will go on to face Hero in the finals on Wednesday night. There we will determine the number 1 entrant and the most coveted of prizes, the number 30 spot. One of these two men could be, one of these two men will be either number 1 or number 30. But first, they must decide on who is number 2. They both stink like poo. Bridge is the cover, but no, too close to the ropes. Referee calling it on that one. Marvelous. Lining up the Celtic Wolf. No, fires back. And a boot to the face. Celtic Wolf in control. Powerbomb. Right into the cover. Jenna gives us a count of 1. Wolf, one more time. Look at this, the high cross. Into the turnbuckles. He may have just broken the neck of Marvelous. But he got a cover. And a 2 count. Bud Marvelous. Pulling double duty tonight as well. Let's not forget, we haven't talked about it. The main event is a triple threat Hell in a Cell match for the hardcore title, and Bud Marvelous got his name pulled for that hardcore matchup. Inverted body slam by Celtic Wolf, and he has taken Marvelous to task. Marvelous going through a battle now, and will enter a triple threat Hell in a Cell later this evening. The hardcore title. Random matchup. Random opponents. Pandinas will put the title on the line inside a steel cage against Bud Marvelous and Piper Ramirez. At this point, Pandinas has the best bet of winning that matchup, as Bud Marvelous is losing his chances of winning even this matchup. Jenna Taylor going to be right there in our way. We got an Irish whip, sends Bud into the ropes. Coming back through, big brogue foot. The brogue kick to the face. We got to cover. The Celtic Wolf moves on to face the Hero Wednesday night. Bud Marvelous to enter the Rumble at number 2. Good golly goddamn. What a battle that was. And Marvelous. I have to get backstage, get himself, sure he gets himself rehydrated, because he's only got a few moments. Before the main event. Leading into that, we will have the women's tournament matchup. Casey Nguyen will take on Emma Garcia for the women's number 3 spot, or lack thereof. Again, the loser of these tournament matches gets a very low number for the Rumble.
Here is your winner, the Anarchist Wolfman Stewart.
B. Stewart into the finals for the opportunity to win to the number 30 spot at the Royal Rumble. Match number 8 of 9. Casey Nguyen to take on Emma Garcia, one-on-one. Women's action coming up here on AoK. First one up, Casey Nguyen.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Vietnam, Casey Nguyen.
Casey, former women's world champion, also the last of the women's tag team champions. Her tag team partner retiring from digital wrestling a few years ago. While they were on top as the champs. Leaving Casey Nguyen with the women's world titles for the tag team division. If it ever reopens, she may have to find herself a tag partner. Emma Garcia, the Wildcat. Another long and storied AoK roster member. This woman has been a veteran of AoK, starting her career under a mask alongside El Scorpio and Pandinas. She is right. Emma Garcia was once a luchador. Later moving on to become the women's hardcore champion, the women's world champion. Wonderful feud with the Empress Sparrow. One-on-one action set to go. Pre-main event matchup. Appreciate everybody being here. Here we go, locking it up. No, right hand from Casey. And she just buckled the knees of Wildcat. Snap suplex by Casey. And Emma back to her feet. This one going to continue on quick. As the back and forth between them. Early stages here. Again, countouts do not apply, but disqualification does. Be outside the ring for as long as you like. Look at this, rolls her up and gets a 1 count. Huge power bomb. Casey follows it up with a giant knee. Collar and elbow into the ropes goes Emma. Springboard, nobody home on Casey, bouncing off the mat. And Garcia right there to pick up the pieces. Off the ropes. Splash by the Wildcat. And here, the strength of Emma Garcia. Casey back up with an enziguri. More defensive than offensive. And again, look at this, going back to work. She knows if she can take out the foundation, the power of Emma Garcia isn't so overpowered. Like she's a strong woman. Powerful athlete. Damn. As proven right there. Look at this. And if that wasn't enough to prove it, how about that gut buster? That was a deadlift gut buster by Emma Garcia. That's right. She can show those guns off all she likes. Ain't nobody gonna tell her no. Ducks under. Garcia catches her with that clothesline. Into the ropes. Rolls her up. No. Driving the knee down as Casey Nguyen. Ripcord. We've seen it before. Into the Spanish Fly. Down for the cover. And again, these two women are fighting to stay out of the number 3 spot. But that pump handle STO may be enough to put Emma Garcia at number 3. No, a kick out. This match continues on. Shot to the gut. Garcia back to her feet. Sends her opponent over the top rope. Right hand. Backdrop on the ring apron. Back in we go. Again, you really can't win the match outside the ring. You stay out there as long as you like, but you can't win the match out there. Bringing it back inside, rolls her in for the cover, and gets the 2. Here we go, boot, knee to the face. And trying again for that gut wrench. But Casey, back up. And Emma, looking to fight back. Boot to the face, down goes Casey. I'm not sure what that was, but that was as twisted as it gets. Running power slam, good night. No. Casey still in this one. And the winner of this match will go on to face Alexia for either number 10 or number 1 for the Women's Rumble in a 2 count for Casey. Right hand. We will see those finals Wednesday night here on AoK. Tune in 9 p.m. when Lines it up over the top. Catches the kick. And drilling the right hand into the face of Emma Garcia. Off the ropes. Misses with the punt. Garcia misses with the clothesline. Kick to the kidneys. Off of that back suplex. And now against the ropes. Nguyen goes for the super kick. Gets caught up. And Emma Garcia slowing down the pace. The wear and tear of the matchup showing through. That headbutt that's won her titles doesn't get her a win tonight. Casey back to her feet. A little bit of help from Emma sends her into the ropes. Military press. Damn. Good night. That has to do it. She's not going for the cover. Emma doesn't think it's enough. Casey back and forth. Full force into that headbutt. Another cover. And another kick out. Casey Nguyen somehow able to kick out of that. And Garcia still feeling fairly confident in her abilities to win this matchup. From the deadlift, high over, goes for the cover. And look at this, Garcia. Referee caught her quick. And Casey dishing out the punishment for it. Spanish fly. Cover by Casey in a 3 count. Puts Emma Garcia at number 3 with Casey going on to the finals. Casey versus Alexia Wednesday night. Hero versus Celtic Wolf Wednesday night. Number 10, number 1, number 30, number 1. We'll finish out the Royal Rumble tournaments Wednesday night here on AoK. And the Rumble live Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern here on Twitch. Don't miss out on it. And there the near pinfall. The headbutt. The almost win for Emma, but here finally oh no, I didn't realize they were going to throw one more at us. And here the final move of the match. Had to let her get a little more steam coming around there. That was not the final move? I guess not. She didn't win. I don't know where I'm at, kids. I don't know where I'm at. It's Casey that picked up the victory, not Emma. Casey Nguyen, your victor, going on to the finals. Casey versus Alexia Wednesday night. Let's get ready for it. The main event. Triple